got a bomb. No one can pass it on to. Super gets hit by some water balloons out of heaven. Plays Nick has to flip over. Ashton's gonna be falling into the abyss. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Playday 6. This is the scuffed session. We got scuffed cars, scuffed tracks. We even went with a scuffed stream to top it off. Discord even went in a collab with us and scuffed their program up as well. So shout out to Discord for helping us out on that one. I got my lovely co-commentator on the booth today, who may be mic muted right now. It was just a part of the bit. Welcome to Duck as well. And yeah, so actually it's not a scuff session, and it's not April Fool's either. We just felt like pranking y'all. It's actually reverse tracks semi-pros that we're gonna be racing on today. Division 1. We already saw this yesterday in Division 3. I expect to see more. I was muted on Discord. Let's go to Skype. Discord is dumb and it's canceled. How you doing, Duck?
Hello, I'm doing fine and I am excited. These are some unforeseen circumstances that we're doing the stream on this channel. And also, Discord is having difficulties, all kinds of problems today. But hopefully we'll still be able to enter the lobby soon. And first, what should be talked about, since there's still 7 minutes left, is maybe on one hand the lower divisions a bit. We don't have that much time, but we can maybe also talk about the cars, because already interesting choices with 3 players entered.
Yeah, so the Heritage is actually being driven by me, so don't get too excited yet. I don't know if we'll have a Heritage. We do see some Airmasters though, and Airmasters did not make a premiere in yesterday's session. We saw an overwhelming amount of Addions and a couple Ure V8s, and that was about it. There was one JG7, but it was promptly swapped off. So seems like the meta potentially being reformed in the Division 1 event. I can go ahead and, well, actually Discord's not loading, but off the top of my head, I do believe I remember all the cars. It's going to be Addion, Zipper, JG7, Ure V8, Volts XL, Heritage, Aeromaster. Yeah, so off the top of my head, we do have a couple of well, just to touch on what happened last day, also known as yesterday, if you missed it. In Division 3, I believe Jeromu won over William Adama. Jeromu in the trusty red Addion, and William in the Ure V8, and they were actually tied in points going into the very final track. So that kind of set the stage for what we might see. It's currently being blown up right now because I don't see a single Addion, and I also don't see, well, we see a Ure V8 now as well.
Yeah, one Ure V8, but also a lot of players haven't joined yet.
Right.
And I'm wondering if this is because of the Discord issues.
I mean, one can only assume. One can only assume that it would be because of not having the IP and not knowing, you know, where to connect. Kasi was the other one that I was trying to think of. Kasi is my personal favorite in the semi-pro list, but I don't believe it is the most competitive out of these. So not sure if we're going to see a Kasi, not sure if we're going to see a Heritage. It does look like confirmed that Aeromaster is at least a pick. I saw 2 people on it. And we've also got a track list. Looks like it's right now it's on Toy World 2, but I'm not entirely sure that still is. But yeah.
For that, we
yes.
can check the checklist from yesterday.
Very true. Okay.
So yeah, we started Toy War 2 heading into Santorini and then STADVOLT 2. And all tracks are reversed. Remember, this is the reversed event. So you might not be seeing anything out of the ordinary, but we usually only race like one reverse track or maybe 3 in regular sessions.
Yeah.
This time, all reversed.
Every single one is going to be reversed, and also pickups are going to be on. Now, we shouldn't see as much chaos as we did in the rookie pickups on session, for example, but semi-pros, well, we'll have to see. I do believe that, at least handling-wise, it's going to be more difficult to keep these cars on the road. Division 1, I expect to see a pretty high degree of mastery on these cars. Also, something else to keep in mind is that you can swap onto these cars an unlimited amount of times. So if you feel like Zipper is good for this track, but then Ure V8 is good for the next one, you could switch your car for every single track if you want to. That's a bit unlike what it has been for the previous play days, at least the immediate previous ones.
Yeah, we started off with all car changes being allowed. And there were different rules being announced. At the same time, people were a bit complaining about the freedom of all changes allowed. I mean, understandably, so it's an interesting strategical choice.
Right.
I think the organizers can find a way to balance between which events allow for how many changes. It could make sessions interesting.
Right. I personally think that it was less experimentation and more fitting the rules to the session, because for example, in the circuit session, they let you switch between two. I guess there's not really a specific rhyme or reason like why it would be locked pool or it would be an open pool. For example, in one session, I believe the knockout session, you could only keep one car the entire time. And I kind of like it, personally. I think that having choices and yet restricting them at the same time, for example, only letting you choose between 2 cars the entire time, and you can use a third one, but you're going to get a penalty point. To me, that's also a very interesting rule set. So I like how they're switching it up. It might not have, like I said, a specific rhyme or reason, but it does make sense to me. It's made sense when I've seen like, oh, this is a restricted pool today, that kind of thing. So shout out to them for bringing some interesting content each and every week. But yeah, we got Toy World 2 reverse. I expect it to really start getting heated up when we make it to STADVOLT. That map stood out for me yesterday. I expect to see lots of action, lots of pickup usage on Toy World or on STADVOLT for sure. Laggy Rock making his way into the lobby. Stingox, Zipper, G-Force as well. Wow.
So we're waiting on Nick on the grid. As you can see, Erzo and Frost will be starting on the front row. Since we spend a lot of time on this grid, that's something we can investigate, how well they will benefit from that. They could get dive bombed into turn 1, which could go very wrong for them, but also they could get well off. Erzo with the inside line has some would say has an advantage, and I also agree with that. So can he capitalize on it though?
Yeah, and the one thing that I am really missing out of our Hot Seat GG broadcast is seeing that nice visual of the cars, getting to know, which one is winning in the acceleration game, that kind of thing. I just pulled up some information, and it looks like out of the 3 stock cars, Addion is winning the acceleration game. So Laggy Rock probably wouldn't be able to accelerate fast enough to get into this. We'll see.
We are starting the race, and Frost overtakes Erzo into the first turn already. Lampert on the JG7 right behind them. But the 2 front row starters are in the lead, and Erzo with the battery is gonna be able to get that first place and extend his lead. And put in oil. which Frost goes through. So now it's up to 35 meters.
Yeah, and G-Force runs into the second oil. Now I just pulled up our live position update tool that you developed. We might have to explain a little bit of how it works in our next break, but for now we've got that on the screen. There is a battle for third, G-Force and Nick. Frost trying to catch second place, not too close. The defensive zap comes out.
Yeah, there's a lot of chaos here, and oh, Sting manages to overtake Wurzel, and I think he just got by Nick as well. Nick with the shockwave, or maybe Lager behind, because I've not seen the source of that, but Nick also lost a bunch of time. Sting getting closer to the lead with the battery, but slowing down for Sheep, playing it smart.
And we just saw, ooh, nice little water balloons. Gonna be sending G-Force spinning, and with that Volts, I think it's a higher top speed car, but we'll check that when we have a second. I did see Artsu getting very close to Frostbitten there. Actually, he might have gotten passed up by Frost. I think
Frost
he was in the lead.
Second,
yeah,
there were fights going on behind. Frost managed to catch up and get past.
He runs into the oil
it's
though.
only 10 meters. I don't think there's a huge pace difference between the two of them. So does Artsu have a pickup? I don't think it's going for any of these, which implies he would have a pickup, but it could be something like a zap for which he needs to get closer. And that's a perfect opportunity for that, but Frost has one as well.
Yeah, they cycle.
So they hit each other, and Frost decides to slow down, not to double zap again.
Oh,
and Artsu runs into a pole.
I think Artsu activated his second zap right there, but it is not able to catch Frost with it. G-Force getting pretty close. Sting nearby as well. So we got 2 laps left. There's a bit of a chance, 2.5 really. Artsu's got the missile locked on the Frost. Is going to have a straightaway here in just a moment.
Yeah, Frost will probably be trying to dodge it, and he did.
Yeah. Evasive action coming out. And I see a battle. Kiki looks to maybe be going up in the ratings a little bit, maybe 1 position, but we're going to stay locked on this battle for first and second. For the moment.
Artsu could still pass Frost. They both run into the oil. Artsu gains with that actually. It was 10 meters, now it's down to 5, but does he have any kind of a pickup?
He does.
Still a lap to go.
He does have a pickup. Hard to know what it is. Could be a zap. Frost has got a pickup as well. We might be seeing another double zap coming out.
Could also be a battery, which he would also ideally save, because the battery is best used in the final parts, I think. Because that way he might be able to go past Frost, and even if Frost has a zap, he could just time his pass to be ahead at the finish line. Let's see. Artsu has not used his pickup still. It is a battery, but is it gonna be enough?
Oh my god. Artsu absolutely could have flown past him even with the zap on, but Frost body blocks him, car blocks him with the zap in that corridor. Artsu can't get around him, and so he can't glide into that first place position. Quite unfortunate for Artsu. He was so patient with it.
He did do what I was talking about, and it was well played by him, but Frost could see that coming.
He's ready for it.
He read the moves. Yeah.
Now, while we do have just a second, do we want to explain this overlay that we have? As far as I can, well, I know a good amount about it. And it seems that for example, the minus, if it's like minus 17, that's not their distance from the leader, that's the distance from the car in front of them. Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's intervals, as they call it in Formula 1 broadcasts. And the meters are shown to the person ahead of them. Also, this is what happens when me, who is the one in the lobby writing the results, is in the front end. Those must be the 3 clockworks. I imagine, regardless, if you see someone's name in purple, that means they have the best lap. And if you see their name in green, that means they've just did a personal best.
Okay, and I do believe we saw Artsu with that purple name for a majority of the track. Could be wrong. I will pay more attention to that as well. This is new technology for us, and in my opinion, it's super exciting. I think you are a genius to have made this. I have no idea how you did it. And I think it's going to make competitive Revo a lot cooler. You're able to see, even when you're not watching, you can glance over and see, okay, the number is decreasing quite rapidly. Maybe there's an overtake about to happen.
Yeah, I mean, thanks, I guess. I don't know how to respond. I'm really good at taking compliments, by the way. I don't think we need to check the points table yet.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
So,
yeah, we're ready.
Ponga champ. Oh, yeah, we need that as
Look, the zipper comes out from Zipper's Birach into the next track. So...
he did get lost with Adion.
Okay, yeah, maybe...
I wonder if his performance, or he was planning to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to sell Adion as a bad car, and like, now he'll show... Still, Nick from the front row gets up to a good start, unlike Kiki from the right, who fell back to like 6th. Now he's able to pass back a few people, especially since he avoided that oil. He's now inside, but Lager behind with the zap, and
he cuts it.
He will be flipping.
Yeah.
That's a great way to dodge it, but still time.
Well, Laggy Rock takes another zap and he upsets some other racers, gets hit into a corner and ends up zapping a whole lot of people, but he didn't hit the person who shot him with the rocket, I believe. Another zap coming out for Artsu. He's going to be trying to make a getaway. A huge blind oil. This is going to hit literally everybody except for Stingox. The star comes out, and who is making their getaway at this point? We see everybody stuck.
2 stars in a row, and I was looking at Kiki the whole lap. He got slowed down by either Zeps or Stars like 5 times. So
yeah,
it's not been going great for him, but he's still in 5th. So not too bad as either.
So
struggles at the bridge though.
Huge gap between Nick and Laggy Rock for 2nd place. It starts to get a little bit closer the further we go down. But still, the gap's in a huge oil. It's going to hit everybody once again. Zipper going to be able to dodge it. The bomb blows up, and he has just passed a whole lot of people. Another blind oil, and it's going to catch everybody in the doorway. This is going to just put the podium positions further and further away. This is almost like a knockout race. We're going to be watching from the back of the pack rather than the front. The front seems to be so locked down, 100 meters between each of them.
Although Lager got a lot closer to Nick.
Very true.
Wonder if he's made a mistake. Run into some running last person's oil. Because there's 2 there. Arzu avoided both somehow. I wonder how he did that.
There's now 3 oils on that drop. And that's going to be hitting Kiki, Lampert, Wurzel. They're all going to be getting sit back. Nick has wrecked. I'm not sure what he wrecked on, but he is now under 50. It wasn't oil. That's going to be hitting Laggy Rock as well. So we seem to be keeping those similar positions. G-Force being hounded by Frost on lap 4 of 7. It looks to be our closest duel, but we got some close numbers happening between 4th and 5th as well. Could see some stuff happening. And are the oils here? Not quite.
Yeah, I think it's best hit in Frost's perspective, who is attacking G-Force, and since you mentioned 4th and 5th aren't that far either, although Erzu is a bit further, but if Erzu makes a mistake, we could still see that from Frost's angle, and there we go. I think that is Erzu ahead of G-Force now, being attacked.
Absolutely, and G-Force has the best lap of the race. Gets a bomb though. Frost is definitely within striking range. If he chooses to do so, the shockwave comes out, hits 2.
And he does choose to do that, but he hits the wall on the ramp.
Yeah, and Artsu seems to have landed on all 4s and is good to go. So he pulls straight out of that situation. Laggy Rock now has the best lap. G-Force has fallen behind Frost.
Yeah, but it's only 20 meters, and that's still striking distance.
Absolutely.
You can shoot a rocket that far, you can shoot a shockwave that far, you can go that far with a battery. He has lots of opportunities. Is he gonna do any of them? No, it seems like he either doesn't have any of those pickups or he's saving it for a bit later.
And the oils have all dried up for the most part. It was a sea of oils and in those corridors to finish this off. And on the final lap of Santorini, Division 3, huge oil into a fake, and Frost is making his getaway. If we look at those numbers, there are huge gaps now in all of the competition.
But Frost is a bit closer to Erzu now, and Erzu is catching Sting actually. But is he gonna have enough time? The shockwave not used well enough. And I think that's it for him.
Yeah, and
Sting will be able to lock down third.
Right. They take it slowly across that finish line. Zipper with a bomb.
Oh, behind him! Behind him! Kiki has just passed Wurzel.
Bomb blows up. He insta resets. Kiki not gonna be able to pass. It hits the fake. Barely. And there we go. Track number 2 out of the way, Santorini. In Division 3, we saw some absolute insanity on the final lap. In this division, we saw it the same insanity, but 2 laps and earlier on in the race. That is definitely going to be a problem area on Santorini Reverse. We are going to be headed to STADVOLT 2, but can we look at the standings?
1 second. So try it now.
Sure.
It's hopefully using the correct point system.
And yeah, obviously we just started the race. Points are going to be close. Frost out in first with a 3-point advantage over Nick. 1 point away is Artsu. And big battle for the podium. Laggy Rock, Stingox, G-Force, all of them within 3 points. Well, I guess, 3 points of each other. And yeah, we're ready.
Yeah, still quite close.
So, I think that we're always ready. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you can go ahead and say that we're ready to Kiki if you want.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna be saying.
Like,
yeah, I'm just.
Maybe we can,
Yeah.
Maybe we can take a break at some point. But other than that, I don't think. I think we still have some stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Well, big turn, STADVOLT. That's something to talk about. Nick gets pushed way back in the standings already. Rockets coming out. Kiki has to flip over.
The Rockets that hit 2 people, I think. Both of them are falling behind, and Erzu takes the lead.
In the Heritage. In the Heritage. The oil comes out. A couple people going to be trying to dodge it, but they get hit by a zap. Zipper does, at least. And the podium starting to emerge. Artsu going for the star. Does he get it? He's losing a ton of time, and he misses the jump. He repos back in the water. I don't know if he got the star. G-Force caught up in the turn.
Yeah, G was ahead of Lampard in second, but Erzu was even ahead of them. Before that, I mean, G wasn't leading, wasn't behind Erzu. Frost is still in the lead now.
Big lead for Frost.
Oh my, that sentence is very interesting. But yeah, it's not. It's big, but it's something that can be overcome. Lampard wins from the start though, and now the fighting will push him back.
Did G-Force steal the star? Did you see it? I don't know if he had a battery or he somehow grabbed that star. I would love to see the replay of it.
Hold on. So I think G-Force jumped out of I think I saw him jump out of that section, but I didn't make any of it. Maybe he took it then.
It looked like he got it. I mean, he seemed to zip right through even when the star was used. It's going to be Artsu in third, pursuing, and a big entourage behind him. Lampert, Kiki. maybe more of a posse. They go spinning. More rockets coming out. Kiki said, "Get out of my way, Heritage." Lampert and Kiki battling for third. They are going to be cycling. We're not sure what Lampert has.
He's on the pickup, for sure.
Ooh.
Did you see Lampert take a pickup?
It certainly doesn't seem to want to use it.
Oh, someone behind it, Stingox,
yeah.
but he gets shot, and he will be able to reverse into Erzu's pass. And Kiki couldn't avoid him. Oh no, Kiki's gonna lose a bunch of time.
Yeah, offensive
More importantly,
bench.
a bunch of places. Track position is very important in pickup race.
Yeah.
And he'll be hitting the wall as well. Oh, Kiki's race is almost gone at this point, I'd say, but it's pickups. He still has a chance at getting some luck towards his recovery.
And if we look at the numbers, G-Force has the best lap, big water balloon. Double bomb is going to be passed over. Nick's trying to pass it on, and he does manage to pass it on. A bunch of them get hit by the shockwave, but he does manage to pass that bomb on. And we see 5 meters between first and second. The pass by G-Force. G-Force had the best lap, previous lap, and it looked like Frost might have zapped him and he had a battery or it didn't connect. But either way, he is now in the lead, and I believe we just saw Frost with a bomb on his head as well, so that's not going to be helping him out at all.
Yeah, Frost is going to blow up anytime now, and it's 2 turns left. Unless he has something... No, it seems like G-Force is going to be able to win. And behind them, Lampert and Wurzel could still make something happen, but unless Wurzel pulls something big.
And it's a brawl for 5th place. Stingox, Zipper.
Yeah, behind them, Sting just past Zipper, I believe.
Unlocked missile, gonna be shot. Kiki can't manage to pass up by the end of it. But Nick, is he finished?
Finishing like that. Okay, yeah, finished like that.
Okay.
So on one hand points, on another something quickly. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, the stream dropped for Killa in Santorini. I know it literally just happened, but I'm having trouble remembering what that podium was. I think it had to be Frost in first, as we pull up the score right here. Bit of a point gap already emerging. As we've said, with each of these sessions on the MotoGP scoring system, you score 25 points for first, 20 for second, 16 for third, and so on. So we can see point gaps emerge very, very quickly. Now, if you maybe someone in the chat can fill you in as well. Beautiful. But anyways, I think we are headed on.
If you can quickly go to the scene of the one I gave you, the stream one. Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah, I can go to that in just a second. Let me make sure. GP scoring system. You score 25 points for first, 20 for second, 16 for third, and so on. Yes, I'm looking at yours now. Yeah, I clicked it.
This is where the start happened.
Yes, I'm looking at yours now.
Getting it right there on the left. Hold on.
Wow, I have no idea how he managed to do that. But you're absolutely right. Wow, I have no idea how he managed to do right that. Archie's hands do it. Game Room 2 is going to be our next one. We got Nick and G-Force out on the podium position. And the thing I love about this, you actually can't see it because we've got that score overlaid. Now you can. You can see the star right there in the corner. The developer of this check, Zark, I believe, he said, yep, we're going to do a reverse check. You could see the star. Who's going to go for it? It looked like it was Sting going straight for it, and he's going to play it immediately. Artsu in the Kasi, shout out.
It was a good choice for him. He now does have a bomb, but he can pass it. Well played with the shockwave, but he's going to lose some places as well.
Yeah.
And, oh no, more time loss here.
Laggy Rock gonna be zapping every single person in that vent. Huge choke point. Zipper double dipping in that zap. And 80 meters for Frost before the first lap is done.
Can we already say that Frost has won this race? Obviously no, he could still mess it up somehow.
Right.
But that's a huge advantage in lap 1.
Yeah.
That's something to work off of.
We could definitely see G-Force get a battery 2, close the gap. But for now, we got Laggy Rock and Artsu in a battle. Artsu gonna dodge that oil, blows up his Laggy Rock. Another oil coming out. And the back of the pack gonna get hit pretty hard. Kiki, for example, getting hit super hard. The little stairway skip and the bowling ball is coming out as well.
Yeah, it seems like that skip between the guardrails is the hardest part of the track.
Yeah.
Because it's really tight. You have to line it up well before. Because you need to land straight in these cars generally.
Laggy Rock.
Otherwise, you might spin.
Right. Laggy Rock
with the zap.
Yes, gonna overtake one naturally. Looked like he was gonna overtake. I don't know what happened there with Lampert. Did get zapped, potentially something happening. Sorry, I am cycling through a bit too much there. Kiki out in 5th place has gotten a bunch of positions for himself. Does get slammed behind Artsu just a little bit, but does have a nice gap.
Sting overtaking Lager for 3rd and then shooting him while reversing. That was really interesting to see.
Laggy Rock had some karma coming to him after the vent zap. That's all I'm going to say on that. And we see with the numbers some close battles happening all over the track. We'll stay tuned into this 3-way for now. Sting, Laggy Rock, Kiki.
Oh, and Lager gets a bomb as soon as Kiki gets past. So now he can't even slow down. Maybe he can go for a dive bomb somewhere.
A double bomb.
Oh, he can't even pass it to Kiki anymore, but he shoots him.
Not gonna hit.
Very lucky explosion though.
Wow. Kiki almost makes his way all the way through into the vent even when the bomb blows up on the stairway skip. Not quite fortunate enough. And this is a brawl for 5th place. 4th place.
Yeah, Lager turned on the landing. 3 people arrived and he was facing all of them. He had a rocket, but it was not enough for him to keep his force. And now everyone is into the oil.
Blind oil, very effective. I'm incredibly impressed by the timings on these oils. An organic star comes out. Kiki with the bomb on his head, the stop zap, and pass it on, but now it's a spike strip as a double zap is played, catching everybody up and stopping them all. We got a 5-way battle for 4th now.
Yeah, but Wurzel and Erzu and Lampert as well will be running into that oil. So Lager now has 30 meters on them, actually a bit closer to Kiki maybe at this point. Lampard, Nick and Erzu are fighting for 7s. That's the fight to watch out at this point.
And Lampert loses
Nick
too.
Just murders Lampard.
Yeah, just like that. Artsu in the Kasi, he was in the Heritage last time, had an early lead and had an unfortunate situation. Now he's in the Kasi, not doing too well for himself, but shout out to him for keeping it interesting on the car selection. Can't quite make it through the stairwell. Nick runs into an oil. That's going to be hitting the others as well. Nicely shot rocket will connect. Responded by Shockwave.
Frost does win the race as kind of expected. I guess the ones to watch out for still is Lager and Wurzel, but Wurzel is 30 meters behind. So unless he pulls out some kind of weapon here, which he could do in the final turns, but I don't think he'll be able to catch Lager at this point.
Yeah.
A bit too far.
Looking at...
And he runs into the couch.
Flipping through quite a lot there at the end. But Nick and Lampert, yeah, that's just going to be cut and dry there at the end. Quite a battle at many points in the track, mostly for the back. We could see in the front it was pretty stable. A number of exchange positions there. It looked like Kiki was in serious trouble, but Kiki actually got the best lap and ended up coming in 4th. Stingox with a nice 3rd place by the end of it. And Laggy Rock actually did quite well in 5th place, considering he was near the back. a couple parts too. Point standing. More of a gap emerging between second and third. Big battle for third itself. Big battle for fourth. Even the people at the bottom of the pool right now, they could still turn it around. Absolutely. A number of tracks left and big point gaps if they can find those podium positions.
Yeah, and Frost off to a strong lead. So, honestly, let's talk a bit about Frost while we're probably ready for the race, but
yeah,
we still talk while it loads. Frost got a great start to the season in the first two races, but then he kind of fumbled that lead.
Yeah.
In the next three rounds. So now he's trying to come back, and G has a quite big lead in the overall points table, the league standings.
Very true,
So
very true.
Leading by 10 points is important for him for sure.
Yeah, it's great to see. He's gonna need to hold on to it though, and flips coming out.
What a better way than G falling back to the last place.
Yeah.
By 20 meters. But of course, that doesn't mean anything in a 7-lap race.
Now, while you were talking about that, I did look at some of the car info some more. I can get that for us in the next break that we have. Sting is going to go for that star.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Chase is on. Zipper is in the last place points overall, but currently sitting in second and has rockets. Stingok's going to be passing 1, 2. Shot by the rockets potentially, though. Nope. Perfect time for the Gallows to come. And Stingok staying nearby. Gets stopped by oncoming.
Oh no, that's a very intense part of the track. A lot of collisions happen there. It would be a hot spot for that for sure. We've seen that in normal. We're seeing it in reverse now.
Oh yeah. A big duel between Sting and Wurzel. That rocket actually connects. He goes spinning. Laggy Rock with the battery. He goes spinning as well in that Zipper. Wurzel holding on to third in the Ure V8.
Yeah, but it's really close behind him until he puts that oil, because although Wurzel is still being chased until he makes a mistake.
Yeah.
But quite a few people get messed up by that oil.
Laggy Rock is going to be our new best lap. He's has some potential to move up. And if you look over to the side, we've got big, or very small numbers actually, or a big battle rather, between a number of people already. Laggy Rock exploding and trying to pass on the bomb to Sting. Sting has been so good at dodging those bombs. Not going to be fortunate enough today, though. And he tries to even stop. He's going to blow up on the ramp, falls back down. Oh my God, Stingox. He really rolled the dice and came up penniless at the end of it. Going to be fighting to hold on to 8th place. Struggling, though. Laggy Rock with that best lap, but sitting in 9th place. 10th.
Yeah, I will say that best laps aren't that indicative necessarily with pickups.
Very true, very true.
It could show some pace, but also could mean that you had a battery and used it at the correct spot. Oh, Zipper is positioning with the zap, getting 2 people with it. Wurzel is still gonna run over the oil. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He could have seen Lampard, I believe, to his left.
Running into oncoming traffic as well. Huge oil that's going to connect with most people. Wurzel slides to the left, the dodges it, but you need to slide to the right. Maybe do a hop 3 times. And we got the oil as well. Bomb gonna blow up on Nick's head, or Wurzel's head rather. More batteries coming out.
Oh, and Lampard struggling in 4th, so Nick is gonna be able to pass him, or is he? Oh, with that rocket, yes.
He locks it down. You gotta slow down for the Gallows. He uses it as a perfect spot. Wurzel zapping 2, a nice collateral zap. Tries, well, enemy's trying to shoot him, but it's not going to be that good because if he wrecks it, he'll just zap him again. Artsu trying to make a name for himself here in these races. Has been coming up a bit short, though. Continues to do so. Couple passes, though. Stingox running into the support beam on the mine.
Stingox has just fallen back to last from I don't know which place, but he lost a lot of time.
It was a lot.
He's already hitting his best lap time in this lap.
And G-Force has passed up too. We saw G-Force way down bad, but he has come up big, at least as big as he can so far. Final lap for him. He's going to be hunting for more. Laggy Rock, the next target on his list. A battery comes out. It's a battle for 3 for that 4th place. Nick Lampert Wurzel runs into the support beam.
Yeah, Lampert might still be able to catch Nick though, and zapping into the oil.
Oh,
Wurzel is also gonna catch him.
That's a sleep well, bro moment if I've ever seen one coming out on Nick. He does manage to hold out over Laggy Rock, but does fall back into 6th place. But yeah, as I was saying, we saw the. I was looking at the car list, and I believe Volts XL actually has the highest top speed of the cars here. Addion and GG7, I think, are tied for the lowest top speed. Do you think that ties into? I guess it wouldn't tie in too much to why the cars are being chosen. I'm wondering why we see such a low Addion turnout. Only one Addion racer remaining. We've got 1 on the Heritage, 2 Aeromasters, 3 Zippers. Yeah, I'm just wondering about that.
Well, certainly the players don't prefer the car, and Sting has been doing decent on it, I think, but is it decent enough that it's worth it? I'm not sure. And other players might have more experience on maybe custom cars or Zipper. As we know about Frost, as we know about Zipper's Viraj, who has Zipper in his name. So you could, yeah, looking at the points, Stinglager and Nick, and maybe even behind him. The fight for 3rd is definitely on 10 points from 3rd to 10th. Frost is 1 win ahead.
Yeah. 1 full-sized victory ahead of the rest of the competition. That's if he DNF'd for a race and the G-Force won a race. That is the kind of gap that we're looking at.
Can we quickly look at a video clip?
Yes, let's do it.
So, Wurzel from here can already see that Lampard is...
now, I've got a black screen right now.
Okay.
It did pop up when I swapped the scene though. Maybe let me try one more time. Got it.
You can already see that Lampard is on his left. He can see the oil. The safe route would be to go right, but he tries to brake because that's already past the braking point. There's no space for the 2 cars, and Lampard will try to drive in. And it seems like it was a bad choice in the end.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Nice little instant replay there. As we hop into Petrovolt for our next track. And yeah. Oh yeah, I'd like to look at the while we're loading into the next track. Aeromaster with a top speed of 38.4, so it does have an advantage over Zipper as well in those top speed situations.
But of course, top speed is not everything, as we've discussed before.
Very true.
And Frost on the Zipper is leading the session, which is the most important. But I think the handling of Zipper and the familiarity with... Oh wow, what a start though. I'm gonna stop monologuing about that.
No, G-Force though, he gets hit hard. Frost with a very nice battery. Sting with the battery as well. They're trying to get away, but Sting has not been able to break away from second, at least not yet. There's a huge group chasing him down. all of them. The zap comes out. Sting
They zap each
double
other.
zap.
They zap each
Yeah.
other, so no one else could go by. The whole field was basically in a traffic jam there. You know, when in real life motorsports, two cars crash and block the path. This was like one of those situations.
And I actually don't know what led to Frost being in that situation to begin with. He was already about 30 meters ahead of the competition, but something happened, maybe with that zipper, as Sting with a second
Both of them
battery.
get battery,
Both.
yeah.
Wow.
He's getting closer. It seems like Arion gains more speed on the battery. At least that's what I've noticed. Although Sting was earlier on in the battery, the battery gets weaker as time goes on.
And as we look at the oil, it's going to be super impactful. A number of racers going
there
up
too.
to the dirt. And
Oh, he wasn't brave enough going in there. It looked like. I'm not sure. You might have been looking behind.
I was. What happened
Sting
there?
was with the battery, and he was catching up to Frost. He knew Frost might have a zap, so he prepared with a ball, which he got from a pickup, but he wasn't running in fast enough and couldn't block Frost's path. So he lost the fight for the lead, and now Frost has an 80 meters gap.
We saw an oil that forced a bunch of people down to the lower side. Nick actually came to a complete halt. He couldn't even get over the ramp. He's quite a ways back now. But Artsu recovering quite miraculously from that, and a beautiful oil going to catch a bunch of people in just 2 wheels. But it looks like some other caught all 4 wheels. They're just going to go in a straight line. G-Force with the battery going in a straight line as well. And he's hunting. He's found 2, maybe even more than that. He wants another. Lampert is going to be close. Nobody running into that oil for the most part. G-Force on the outside.
Lots of obstacles on the track. G and Lampard fighting for third now. Lampard taking the inside more, and G running a bit safer, but who will take this part better is the question. Oh, Lampard by a mile. I think G's acceleration hinders his efforts at that section.
Lampert triple rocketing Artsu, even though this would have been a pretty good spot for a rocket, maybe once they finish the turn. Another good spot for a rocket right there, maybe. No way to cycle, so I would say maybe a bit of a mistake trying to just getting a little bit antsy, but it would have... It had a high chance of hitting, ultimately didn't though. And he's got more rockets trained on Artsu's back. G-Force trying to capitalize off this. He says, thank you. And Artsu with the double zap though. G-Force potentially with the battery there. Maybe didn't connect.
No, I think he just was far enough. I don't think he was zapped on my screen even.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to check that after the race.
I just assumed, but it does look like he got around it. He is going to be sitting in 3rd, and he does have the best lap as well. I'm sorry, he's sitting in 2nd. Yeah, it's going to be Archer 3rd. Huge oil, though. That's going to be very impactful. And it's going to hit Lampert. It's going to hit Kiki. Is it going to hit anyone else? It's already gone now. No. I was looking at the wrong area. We got to go. It's the final lap. Frost is way on the front. I'm flipping through cars like a maniac. There's a battle for 2nd place. G-Force, Artsu, Sting. They all want it.
Sting with the battery now. Getting a lot closer to Artsu. Does Artsu have any kind of a pickup? Sting is gonna be going safe. Just watch as he doesn't get close enough. He now knows that Artsu doesn't have a zap.
Pushing.
Maybe he does though. He does.
Wow.
It was very interesting. He used it very late.
Yeah.
But yeah. Sting got this fake feeling of comfort.
He was pushing him on from my perspective. Kiki with the battery, he tries to smooth through. He's gonna lose 2 though, and another Wurzel flipping around. Kiki taking that position back. Wurzel out in 7th. What could have been maybe 4th place.
Wow. Kiki really did a big flight there in the last turn. So. And Wurzel also lost, both from, I believe, Sting's rocket.
Yeah, we do have a couple of stock only or stock heavily preferred racers, and in some cases stock only racers in Division 1. Stingox Zipper Spearhatch, I believe, is another one of those who strongly prefers to play stock cars. Laggy Rock is going to be another one of them. And this, okay. So we are going to be headed over shortly. We can check out the scores for now. 31 points for Frost, and he is really making a statement right now. GeForce, who is the overall points leader in the league, has really, it's been, as we talked about in the pre-show, I believe, it's been a back and forth between Frost and GeForce. Frost earlier on in the lead was passed up by GeForce, but he's trying to take it back. And I will mention, if you're just coming now, if you haven't seen the league before, there are prizes for this league. We've got a super nice headset for first place, but we've also got 2 other prizes that are very, very nice for second and for third. So there is a prize battle that will be happening for third.
Yeah, the one who knows them exactly and better than us is Terror, who unfortunately couldn't make it today.
Yeah.
But there's certainly some valuable prizes, and Frost and G are fighting for the top spot for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a nice headset. Terry's been wearing it, and I'm kind of jealous. It looks nice. So I know that they both really want that.
Are we ready to go?
Should be.
Alright.
Not sure what our next track is here. Let me pull that up for us.
STADVOLT.
STADVOLT. Okay. And
Also,
yeah.
So one thing I've seen as in chat is it's not because of Discord issues that we are streaming to Revolt United today. Is because some people from Hot Seat were unfortunately not available.
Yeah, it was.
But
yeah, we're into it though. Nice little water balloons, and it looked like 2 people got hit by GeForce's side. I don't know if those were his missiles or just looked kind of funny. But GeForce is going to be emerging. Laggy Rock chasing with the zap. A star comes out. Zipper in third.
he really got murdered in that crossroad section. But oh, Zipper trying to wall ride that, running into one of the bins.
Runs into a fake as well, hits Wurzel with a zap, not gonna connect though. And Lampert nearby as well, not gonna be hitting him, but the rockets come out, the oil comes out, another zap comes out, Zipper. Zapping 2, hoping for more. And we've got a battle for third. Laggy Rock pushed out of third. And Frost actually is taking an alternate route, I do believe, inside the house. No, he's not. That just looked a bit strange to me. Anyways, Laggy Rock, bomb on his head. Cycling.
Oh, Nick behind. Who was that? I think behind Zipper, running onto the out of the barrels line and almost flipping his car. It doesn't seem very stable in bumpy settings.
Yeah, and these oils have been incredibly detrimental. These Division 1 racers know how to put an oil on a blind turn. Nick pops a battery. He's going to be going shortcut route. Never mind, decides against it. It goes around that oil, almost losing a bit of stability, but recovers, and that Aeromaster dodges the ball. And will he go for the shortcut? It does indeed. No oils on it. Bit of a wall ride. Artsu going to be getting challenged now.
So in the meantime, Zipper got a very much what we call zipper landing.
Yeah, so
named
fell
after the
over.
car, not the person, but he spun in a 180.
Okay.
While trying to land, and that allowed Sting to get by for a moment. That he's now back ahead.
He's not going to use the rockets on the batteried up Stingox. Interesting to see. It looked like an oil came out from Sting. He's still got those rockets on him. Nick going for a little water balloon action. Runs into a random pole though. And Zipper, the Rex, Zipper Rex and Artsu zaps him. R2 with a bit of a getaway. Big gaps for first, second, third. Still Sting potentially challenging. A big rockets exchange. R2, Laggy Rock, Kiki, Nick. And Laggy Rock goes sit off into the wall.
Zipper really got the worst of things in that exchange, and I think he also gave up on this race a bit. He's now being lapped soon.
Oof. Interesting. But there is a battle for fourth that is underway. Wurzel's got a bomb and also gets triple rocketed by Sting in that nice little straightaway. Perfect spot for him to use it. And Sting goes for a cycle. So the battle is back on in the back.
Oh my, Wurzel flipping so many times from the shockwave bouncing off the wall and hitting him twice like that.
And the bombs on this track have been coming out in full force. Laggy Rock hits a perfectly disguised fake and uses it to activate a zap. Hits another fake. Not going to connect with the zap this time. Kiki, Nick, Wurzel.
Oh, and Wurzel hitting the inside wall.
We saw that a whole lot in Division 3. Have seen it much less in Division 1, but those nerves still coming out. Wurzel with a battery, making excellent use of it, but then he runs into the oil and it all evaporates. Tries to activate that zap. Not going to do too much with it, though. Hard to know what to watch at this point. I think we check out Laggy Rock and Kiki as they finish it out. Lampert, and no, it's a battle for fourth. Sting past. Okay. Big.
Hey, you going with the cast out.
Oh, some oil action. Go ahead. And Laggy Rock not going to be able to pass up Kiki, Nick, and Wurzel. There's not enough time, and then it'll just be Zipper from there. Yeah, I saw the numbers going down quite rapidly for Lampert over there on the left. I think Lampert might have wrecked, but used some, maybe had like an oil, and then he used it, and then Sting got spun out in it. Sting almost got passed up by Artsu there at the end, but holds on to the fourth place position. And what do we know? G-Force wins this one. G-Force gonna get 5 points for himself. And, I mean, putting the pressure on Frost. Now, if we look at, I don't think this will be quite updated yet, but we do see Stingux currently holding on to third, and he got fourth right there. Lampert was in last place, but got third in this race, so that'll be a nice point infusion for him. Artsu and Stingux are battling, and they finished 2 positions away from each other. So that battle is going to continue on. We'll see if it's been updated. And honestly, I don't remember. That might be the updated version, or it might not be. Hey, there we go. I do believe that's the updated version. 152 points for Frost, 126 for Sting. They're the only ones over 100 points, and Frost is halfway to 200. Now that's making a statement if I've ever seen one. Sting defending third, but Artsu still has something to say. Kiki's got something to say as well, and look at that, 2 points between Kiki and Lampert as well as Laggy Rock, and 3 for Nick. So these positions are far from settled. The battle for third is 100% on. It's going to take a choke from Frost or G-Force for them to lose their positions, but as far as third, the battle is absolutely on. I hope that my lovely co-caster is okay. I'm going to assume that he is. We should be
okay.
okay. We should.
The point should also be updated.
Okay. You know, anything can happen. But good to know that you're doing okay. And our next track is going to be Supermarket 1. So that's going to be one of the stock tracks. We're a bit bare on stock tracks, actually a good amount. 3, Toy World 2, Ghost Town 2, and now Supermarket 1, a classic quintessential stock track. Kippy has made his way into the lobby as well, it seems. Kippy on that JG7. And GeForce, has GeForce been in the Volt XL the whole time? I believe he has. Quite impressive from him. Artsu has been swapping around his car a ton, now working on the Kasi. And actually, if there's any track where I think the Kasi is going to work, it's going to be this one. It's very well equipped for U-turns. It's very well equipped for things like the diagonal ramp jump at the beginning. Well, actually, at the end, there is no diagonal ramp jump because it's reversed. So we'll see. We'll see how well it plays out here. I love the Kasi, though. So shout out to him. Should be headed into our next track shortly. Zipper potentially having some connection issues, talking about half of the lobby being gray.
Yeah, gray meaning it's centralized, so the connection goes through the host. And if that happens, that means your ping might be like double the ping you would have with peer-to-peer connections.
Okay. So this is our final 3 tracks. So if there's going to be a move made in that first and second between Frost and G, it's going to take a whole lot. And actually, we see GeForce in that same car. He has been the sole Volt XL driver for the entirety of the session.
Sting getting a good start and going for the very inside line. He's going to be taking the start. He manages to get that. Keep it ghosting fully on my screen. I don't know how his connection is doing. It doesn't seem like it's the best at the moment, or maybe it's on my end.
Frost hitting a ton at the U-turn. Laggy Rock actually slows down and uses a couple people as a meat shield to block him. And he's going to be sitting in third on the back of that. Zipper in fourth, gets hit by a fake. Sting chasing, uses a star, passes 2, passes almost 3, slows down though, and GeForce didn't have a zap. He was cycling.
He might have one now. Gee, Sting will be afraid of that.
There it is.
And he does have. Oh, Sting gets the zap actually.
Wow.
Right after getting the battery, but he'll get passed by 2. Frost and G. He might be able to dive on it. No, the zap runs out.
He wanted it. He wanted it. He is going to cycle for something new. Zipper sliding by, stopping GeForce in his tracks with that drive-by zap. If we're trying to shoot Frost, he shoots himself. Oh my goodness. He's almost going to be hitting a couple of people behind him as well with the remnants of that zap. It does fall off though. GeForce, Frost, Kiki, top 3. Huge battle for 4th from the looks of it.
Oh, big shot at GeForce, but manages to go on. Sting is running into the oil. There's 2 fights going on at the moment. Kiki is losing GeForce a bit. No, because Sting's shockwave hit the both of them. And he's going to be able to zap and repo so that he isn't fully in the oil.
Oh, Laggy Rock eating that oil. It's going to be incredibly detrimental to him. And just an all-out brawl once again. The oil comes out. It's gonna be hitting those people trying to wall ride like Nick. Laggy Rock on a different path helps him out a lot.
Ahead of them, Sting did the opposite of a wall, right? A wall, bang on the inside wall, which will not really be beneficial to your race because it pushes you out and crashes you. But
very true. Very true.
He's still in. It's still in. It was still in 6, and now it's back in 4 after Kiki and Lampard fight a bit.
Yeah, that oil gonna be hitting everybody. Kiki zapping as well.
Kiki goes through. I wonder if he has any connection stability issues.
Yeah.
I see him as a ghost. I don't know about others.
Sting with a new best lap out in first. GeForce who spins out with the battery, almost hits a fake as well.
Sting just passed Frost. Okay.
Yeah, Yeah, Sting with a new best lap, and he passed up Frost. I didn't flip over to it because I was assuming Sting was in the lead. But yeah, Frost is struggling incredibly hard with the oil. He can't make it through, and he blows up. Kiki might be able to get second. There was a huge gap, but it's close. Kiki can't make the turn. G-Force is going to take third place, now pursuing Lampert in the wings in fourth place, fighting with Kiki. G-Force Cycling.
Oh, Lampard with the great shockwave. Of course, shockwave also were some people right behind you. Also, I'm pretty sure Sting was in the lead. Was in second before.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you were.
I'm not 100% sure. Regardless, it is the last lap. Lampard running over the oil faster than Frost. He gained a bit there. It's not quite enough.
These
is he gonna have the pace for it? Is he gonna have some kind of a pickup? Oh, it's gonna try something. Maybe no. He doesn't have anything against Frost Zipper.
Yeah, I thought I was trained onto the battle you're talking about, but I actually wasn't. I was looking at all those oils coming out in the U-turns, but these positions mostly going to be locked down. We see some pretty big gaps by the end of it. That was a big battle between Frost and Lampert. Might be, as the observer there, not catching that until the end, but it did finish as it started, we can say. So that is going to be Sting out in first. Frost getting a whole lot of points for himself as well, making that gap bigger. Using that MotoGP scoring system, so that's going to be like 8 points for him, maybe over G-Force, maybe a bit less. We'll have to get an update to know for sure.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for Zipper to finish, which may or may not happen
and
today.
You know, the tilt is coming out. Zipper on the car that he is named after, not being able to pull it out yet.
Frost with an incredible lead in the points according to the table we have.
That needs to be updated still.
Can you reload?
Yes, I have. I remember Frost was at 152 last race. But this will still continue for the most part as it was. Sting though, Sting is going to be breaking away because Sting was in third leading up to this.
Sorry, okay.
Yeah. And
now it should be fine.
But yeah, we see R2 in sixth place, so I do expect that third place point gap to be widening quite a bit. We'll see. A little bit less than I expected, but still pretty detrimental to R2 nonetheless. Battle for fourth is what it is now. R2, Lampert, Kiki, Laggy Rock, Nick, Wurzel, even Zipper, if he would just chill, could maybe catch some people at this point. Final two tracks are going to be The Great Silence and Tetris Festival. Great Silence, one of my favorite tracks, one of my favorite reverse tracks as well. So I love to see that coming out. And we'll end it with Tetris Festival, which is a nice little festive track that a lot of people might not be familiar with.
Let's hope that everyone has an up-to-date version of the Great Silence.
Yeah, a DNF potentially coming out for people who do not have the updated version. And we'll just have to wait and see.
I firmly believe it would be a disqualification, but I don't think anyone is on the incorrect grade. So, Frost going for the start and missing it.
Oh!
Did he get it? Did he get it behind? I don't know.
That would be a great instant replay. It does look like he got Artsu. I think Artsu may be getting a battery. Stopping grabs the star in front of G-Force, stops him in his tracks. G-Force even blows up, so he's got to flip his car. A couple people didn't know where the entrance to the bar is, I believe. Maybe getting confused just a little bit.
Oh my, Zipper with a dive bomb, passing the bomb. Lots of honks coming out.
Almost gets a huge advantage of it from it, but does wreck ultimately. Frost sending a couple people into the rafters, but he wrecks himself. Kiki's been spun out by Nick. The Aero Masters fighting amongst themselves. Couple people sailing to the train tracks. The Zippers. Yeah. G-Force, Kiki, Nick, Wurzel. That looks to be the main battle. It is for fourth place.
And it seems like the star gave Erzu a bit of buffer.
Huge.
So now he can fairly safely be in the lead, although Lampard could be
He's closing it.
attacking with some kind of weapons, maybe. It's right on the limit.
Oh,
But behind them, the fight for third is on.
yeah, and the zap on the ramp comes out by Sting, but now he's got a bomb, and he ran into a wall. So actually, a pass by Nick, and Sting not going to be able to catch him. He's going to blow up. He's fine, though. G-Force, Wurzel, Laggy Rock, all very close behind. This oil is going to be quite impactful, but to my surprise, a lot of them are able to react in time to that. G-Force knocked back a couple more positions. Nick randomly seems to have had to repo. A bomb blowing up in the distance. It's going to be Sting. Huge oil in the gallows. Zap.
Oh my, so many people all the way around the track there. Because of the zap and the oil, the combination is a killer.
And as
now Wurzel running in first until G gets by. Sting keeping third at the moment, but he has a bomb.
he's fine.
Down.
He's fine. Yeah. G was falling out. Shockwave's 3 and gets hit himself though. In the meantime, and we're gonna stay locked on this middle of the pack battle for about third place. Sting, Wurzel, Nick looks to be the top 3 within that microcosm for now. The star comes out. Nobody's got a battery.
Wurzel benefited from that, I think, because he already had the momentum, and Sting had just up before the star was used. So it is unfortunate for Sting. Wurzel is now in third. He might have got it regardless, because Sting was in the middle of a spin. But still, it would have been closer, and Sting now has to fight back.
They do have about a lap and a half left. Sting going to be cycling that zap, even though he's got a bunch of people behind him. That oil is going to be super helpful to him, though. And Nick has got to slow down, shoots him out of his way, and slides on by into the tunnel. Sting with an oil that may or may not hit a couple people. And these numbers are very, very close near the back of the pack. Oil.
Yeah, Sting getting few oils, but he'll be trying to go forward and try to pass Nick, barely avoiding the legs of the horses. It seemed like he had to correct a bit, but he managed to do that. It's 20 meters. Sting had a great idea with the zap at the end of that tight section in the previous lap.
Well, Lampert has a battery. He's getting close to Artsu. Sorry to cut you off. It's a battle for first. Artsu is struggling to get through.
The final turn coming up. It seems like Artsu will be able to finish in the first.
Yeah. Sting with a battery of his own chasing down Nick. Ooh, that's not going to work.
Yeah, but...
Frost and G-Force. Now G-Force has a battery.
Everyone chasing other players gets a battery here, but G won't be able to catch Frost either.
None of it's going to be able to come into fruition. And the finishes will fall as they do. Zipper, again, having more issues. I don't think he's going to be able to catch racers at this point. He has had a string of very, very difficult finishes. He's going to go ahead and finish off the Great Silence. We're headed into Tetris Festival. Lampert got the best lap on this track, by the way. Artsu does manage to finish in first, but Lampert closed about a 100-meter gap by the end of the race, so he's looking pretty threatening.
And there will be 1 race left. Frost claiming in the chat that he forgot to put on music for this race, and potentially that's why he didn't do as well. But also, he's still 34 points ahead. I believe he has this session locked down.
And the final track is unknown for Kippy. So Kippy, with 17 points, joining the session quite late, doesn't seem to be able to make it for the final track. And looking at those points, have the points been updated? And do we have any fun little instant replays that we could play in the meantime? Maybe that star that Frost missed could be fun. Oh, well, it looks like Kippy's going to go ahead and head out, so we might not have time. We can show at the end, maybe. That could be a fun little replay to go back to.
Yeah. I mean, we could go back to like all the ones I have saved.
Perfect.
Although-
Yes, we got a little. I would love to show some replays of that. I think the replays look amazing. We can do it at the end of the race. Oh, well, we might have some time now. It seems like he's...
No, his connection is anything but right.
Okay,
I think his intentions are to just not race here.
Yeah.
So, Frost has the session locked down based on our point table.
Yeah.
But Sting could still achieve very low chance there.
Mm.
Erzu and Lampard are a bit of a threat to Sting, and Nick and Kiki could
That's...
maybe
Well...
could whoever finishes ahead
Yeah.
will probably finish 6th, maybe on 5th. I don't think they'll catch Lampard though.
And that's something that I forgot about that we were paying attention to in this race. Artsu did lock down first place, almost got passed by Lampert. So that could have been a dramatic point shift. It could be Lampert on 120 points and Artsu on 117. So that could have been a big that could have been a big point differential there. And also, that opens the door that was previously looking just about closed for Artsu to get in the podium still by passing up Sting. Sting with a string of extremely good races, but he still, in the end, could have that third place taken by Artsu.
Yeah, let's see. We're gonna be heading in race soon. Apparently, disconnected people also get points, which would mean that G had second lockdown.
Okay.
Claims Frost. He's among the organizers.
Right. Okay, and for our last track, quite a festive one to finish us off. A little homage to Onage. Frost is going to be in the pole position along with Kippy, who is most likely not going to connect. Kippy's here, so we're good to go.
Is he, or is he just gonna... Yeah,
he's not here. Goodbye, Kippy. So we got Frost
Kippy
with
taking up one of the front row starting
right.
positions. Frost will get lucky with that, I think. Yeah, he already has like a 5 meter lead.
Unbelievable, Kippy. What is he doing?
What?
Is there a star that we don't know about, or has he just entirely messed up? Stingok spinning a bit.
Is
Nick.
it possible to mess up like that? No, it wasn't even Frost using that.
I have
Was he trying
no
to
idea.
take a high line into the turn, like use it as banking?
Sting was doing it
Oh,
right
he
there.
now gets that star.
Frost is in last.
Now. Yeah, but he got the star now, and he'll be using it as he gets shot. I wonder if he forgot to put the music on again. This is not going well.
More stars coming out.
In the lead in the meantime.
This is
Oh,
important.
never mind, because there's a split pass.
Yes, this is very, very important. That first place not being occupied by G-Force or Frost gives players like Lampert an opportunity to get a huge point increase and could even boost him 1 or 2 positions by the end of it. Wurzel activating his battery, and Lampert going for the insane chicane path, losing a whole bunch of time to Wurzel, maybe just trying to avoid the zap though. Wurzel has a bomb on his head.
Nikon and Kiki are also fighting in the overall, and they're basically next to each other. And on the front of 3rd place, oh wait, if Lampard finished 3rd, Lampard won the race. Would he be overtaking Stingox?
He might be, but the thing is, Stingox is going to get 16 point. No, he's going to get. Yes, he's going to get 20 points if he comes in 2nd here. Well, Sting driving straight through that zap as well, sends a shockwave to him, and Lampert has been passed. Now, unfortunately, Kippy has messed up the radar, so it's going to be a bit difficult to use that radar to our advantage, our technological advantage, but we are locked onto 1st still. Wurzel passing up Lampert and trying to pass Sting as well. Sting has got his own battery though. Sting defending 3rd place with his life, 3rd place overall standings, and 1st place.
Okay, that explains the point calculations I was saying, because I saw Sting losing to Lampard when Lampard was leading, but that's because Kippy was shown as a permanent 2nd,
right?
And so the points couldn't be calculated correctly. So I'll just leave that behind.
Kiki passing Lampert gets spun out, but it's going to be official. It's a clean pass. Artsu also approaching Lampert, and this is a nightmare for Lampert. It's also a nightmare for Artsu. He is not able to get the points that he needs to get into that third place. By the looks of it, Sting totally locking down first place as long as he keeps driving like he has been. Flipping through a bit, trying to catch those close battles. G-Force and Frost battling it out for 8th place. Nick about to blow up and join that battle. But yeah, we'll stay trained on this close battle. It's first, second, and third. No, it's first and second. No, second and third, and a lap player is what we're looking at right now. Wurzel and Kiki for that second place.
Yeah, and Kiki would definitely beat Nick in the table if it ended like this. Would he catch Lampard, I wonder? Lampard is down in 6. I don't think that would be enough.
The points were close. It might not be quite enough, but it's going to be close. We will have to see. Wurzel going to blow up. This is the final lap. Kiki chasing down Sting with the battery. He might be successful. Going to get stopped out by
not
Sting.
If he gets zapped like that.
Yeah.
Can Wurzel catch him now? I don't think it will be enough. Oh, nice tries with the balance, but the effort won't pay off here. And Frost finishing in down in 7th, unless G can still pass him, but no. Frost will be 7th in this race.
Yeah.
Not doing as well as the rest of the races, but that should still grant him the win overall.
Yeah, so that'll definitely be something to keep in mind for the next races. If there is a DC, then we just need to fix that, to fix our technologies, our new technologies. But yeah, congratulations to Sting, who managed to hold on to that 3rd place. Don't believe he's, well, actually, could he possibly pass G-Force? We talked about this, right? G-Force came in 8th. Stingers came in 1st.
I believe 8th position still gives you a bunch of points.
Okay.
Gives you like,
Yeah.
17 minus 8.
You're right. So likely not going to be a pass, but Sting will definitely hold on to 3rd place. Artsu is most likely holding on to 4th, but pass potential. We can go ahead and check the scores here. I'll go ahead and mute the fireworks for us. Hold on.
194 points for Frost, and G being able to maintain 2nd. If there was one more race.
Yeah, so G4 actually ends up being super close to Sting, but it's not going to be enough. Sting gets that 3rd place. R2 in 4th. Well, at least getting challenged by Lampert. Did Lampert get a couple positions there? I feel like Lampert might have found Lampert was in last place around halfway point of this event. So shout out to him for finding 5th place. I know it's not super impressive, just 5th place as it is, but that was a huge recovery from him. Kiki in 6th, not able to find the races that he wanted. Nick, Laggy Rock, Wurzel, all within 1 point of each other, 109, 108. Yeah, do we have any replays that we'd like to show before we finish it out?
1 second.
Sure.
I'm gonna quickly organize them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what clips. Oh, okay. 1 second. Don't switch yet. I don't know how many of the clips are that worthy of watching back. It's all the clips I've saved. But
okay. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good.
So the first one is with Sting and G here.
Yeah. First of all, I'll say to anyone who has to head out. We got race on Sunday, and we got race on Division 2 on this 19 UTC Division 2 on this at the same Twitch channel. That out of the way, let's head into the clips.
So this was the first race, of course, Toiver 2, Erzu trying to shoot Frost, but of course Frost going behind that wall. Actually, that might be something to talk about, because the wall there can protect you. The rockets can't do follow the walls and bounce off of them. So Frost was using that as protection, basically, from the rocket, and it worked for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice little tech by Frost.
Very
there.
nice.
Is this where we see the battery?
Ooh, is this where we see the battery? Right here. Ooh, this was a close one right here.
So as we will be turning on the battery, Frost has a zap. And the break from Frost in that tight section is what mattered, I think.
Right.
Down.
Yeah, and he even blocks him
and
right
he
there.
even
R2 can't
blocks
get around.
him
I feel
right
like
there.
if he got
R2
around,
can't get
even
around.
if the
I
zap
feel like
hit,
if he got around, even if the zap
he could have
hit,
coasted by. But he runs into Frost. But that was exactly what Frost needed to cross that finish line
exactly what
first.
Frost needed to cross that finish line first.
Yeah.
Ooh, we can hear the stream twice. Okay, so I muted the media source, and that should be good now. Let me know.
Okay, cool. So the next one was on Santorini reverse. Oh, Kiki barely missing the zap there by flipping. I don't know how he still didn't get zap because it was very close to lag here.
Laggy Rock went so far on the inside, and it was such a good hit.
Just look at that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I very vividly remember this. He got hit straight into that corner, and he said, well, I'm going to zap everybody that I can. He does hit Kiki with it just barely. Kiki, that's the nature of pickup sometimes. Shooting off his rockets, catching a couple more.
Oh, yeah, and I saved this right after, so. But him trying to.
Yes.
Yeah. Kiki got really murdered in that lap one. Then we were in lap 3. I was looking at that, so I don't know if anything. Oh yeah, that dodge of the oil.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know how much of that was quick reaction, how much of it was luck.
That was
He landed on the
amazing.
right. This part was luck because he probably couldn't see the oils unless he was looking at
Prediction.
lap 3.
Yeah. If I mean, sometimes that's something this is something that I'd really like to talk about. People say there's a lot of RNG with pickups and stuff, but for example, with oils, you can see if the person ahead of you ran into an oil. You can have a pretty high degree of certainty. If it's a really good racer and all of a sudden they drop 30 meters, there's a good chance there's an oil there. And also, these oils were laid at the very similar spots many times. See, R2 even saying, I saw that Sting lost meters. So he knew going into that jump that most likely the only reason why Sting would mess up that jump is because there was an oil right on the landing. And so he takes that inferior line that specifically dodges oils. Shout out.
Dodging the second one was definitely reactive though.
Yeah.
Just look at the way he straightens out his front wheels and then he puts another turn of them.
Yeah.
Right after quickly.
Yeah.
When he sees them, and his car probably helped. It seemed like it turned him well.
Yeah.
But
shout out to R2 for that one.
And oh, this is the next track. We've seen this one. G-Force stealing the star.
Oh man, no way. This had to be soul crushing moment for R2. He was in a nice lead. The oil just brings him to a stop. G-Force with the little right there. But the water brought him to almost a complete stop. And then he misses the star and has to repo. And then G-Force steals it right out in front of his face. If that's not tilting, honestly, that I can't think of something that would be more tilting than that for me. And R2 comes back, recomps, and ends up in 4th place overall. Shout out once again for having a cool head during some very tilting moments.
Yeah, this one was just safe for that shockwave because it killed 3 people who all get out of Super's way, and then he just went on casually like nothing happened.
Yes. So more just stopped. Just
very lucky, of course, that crossroad, as we've also talked about during the race. It could be an issue both on normal pass races, like not reverse, but also on reverse, as we've seen now.
Yeah.
And this is Sting's mid timing.
Oh, yeah, he tried it. He tried it. But he also was extremely good at dodging some other people's bombs. It was very funny to watch. He would just kind of weave, and they wouldn't really know where he was going. They try to pass, and then he'd be somewhere else. Yeah, it was really good. Some really good dodge passes by Sting there.
The next clip, okay, yeah, of course, I'm still not sure what is gonna. It's the repo with the zap. After that, oh yeah, this is the one. This is the reason I saved it.
Yes, yeah,
because
we did
like,
that.
From here, Wurzel already could see Lampard next to him, so why he tries to go that tight into U-turn is.
Hey, I mean, just yeah,
it's hard. It's hard to see that,
right.
of course, in live, especially when you're focusing on other stuff as well.
Definitely.
Because I feel like that was a mistake by him, in my opinion.
Hey, mistakes happen. Mistakes do legitimately happen. So.
And this is Stingox dying. I think that's the point of this clip. Managing to dodge that oil.
That was a nice dodge, yeah.
But he did lose a bunch of positions there. Oh yeah, so the finish of Petro. This is where first Kiki gets a battery, then I think Wurzel gets a battery, and they both try to go past Sting, and I think both of them regret it eventually.
Now, that missile could have literally launched him across the finish line. I feel like Sting YOLO'd that missile, because a lot of times I'll like shoot somebody on the last lap when we're approaching the finish line. I'll just knock him across the finish line. Like right here, okay, maybe it was a bit far away from it, but I don't know, with the battery on, like there was actually, in my opinion, a chance that he could have gotten pretty close to that finish line. Nice by Sting, though.
It was still on the exit of the turn.
Yeah, that big double missile. He doesn't triple shoot Kiki. Because if he had just triple shot Kiki, that would have locked it down for Kiki, but the other wouldn't have been able to get by. So nice patience there.
This is some lovely car physics we are witnessing.
Yeah.
With Nikon's car. Because the way that car goes over bombs, I don't know if it's generally like this. I've not raced it before, but that one was definitely not a great... not a very smooth turn by him. And then he ran across that oil. But I think the main part of this was that bomb. Oh, it's right after, because I think I followed Nick and then I had to save a clip again. Zipper going by with the... This is the zipper landing.
That is zipper landing TM right there. Just a nice little, you know, just a nice little ballerina moment.
Yeah, because Zipper, I believe, has a low ride height, maybe because of it, but it's well known for its landings, like this, where it just, and if the surface isn't properly smooth, maybe even on flat surfaces, it just spins.
And yet, despite that, Zipper was our most brought car for Division 1. That just, I was honestly very, very surprised to see that many Zipper drivers, because it's seen as this very unreliable car, and as I've seen it discussed in Discord and stuff like that.
Yeah, it does have pace though, over 80 on a lot of tracks. Oh yeah, I think this is when Zipper fell behind on STADVOLT.
Yeah.
Shoots himself, gets zapped, then has to repo again, gets a bomb from Kiki. So he's now at the back, and
yeah, he's
the
like,
rest of the story is
F it, I'm done.
That's still from then on. This one's about
I love that.
Sting getting a zap. So
see,
I know.
Yeah.
I know Sting got accused of getting zapped from nowhere before, but he got that one because he uses the battery right as he goes through that, and it's just enough time that he can, so that he can get a zap by the time he reaches G here.
I love how we think that he's like playing defensively and trying to avoid getting zapped by G, but he's really just waiting for the cycle to finish. Maybe it's a bit of both, but he's like, oh, I got a zap. Okay, yeah, you're done. Bye, G. But then, I mean, he loses the positions, but still. And,
oh yeah, this is where we see Sting has passed pros. I wonder, at the start of the clip, Sting is already leading, yeah. So we did miss the whole overtake here, and then Frost through the oil.
It was
boom.
so scary.
100 meters
it was
almost lost.
Oh man.
And oh yeah, this is what you wrote up. Frost running through that behind him, G taking it.
And G-Force just nabs it. Yep, he's like, thank you. And see, if I was G-Force, I wouldn't have even gone for it. I would just assume that Frost had it. But G's like, yep. Wow. Nice.
Erzu gets a battery ahead, and as we already seen in the race, Erzu gets the star.
Can I just say that's so smart by G-Force though, to like go up there on the hill like that. He almost got away with it too. Like if Artsu didn't have that battery, that he would have doubled starred right there. Such nice execution by G-Force.
Split pads can be used like this. And then let's look at it in slow motion. G almost managed to dive on Erzu actually.
I honestly thought G-Force might have picked it up right there. But no, it is Artsu who picked it up, and he got such an advantage from that.
Yeah, he is on the scoreboard 30 meters ahead at that point. Lampard did chase him then afterwards. I wonder what this clip is for. Sting was chasing Wurzel. Oh, it's for the zap and oil. I remember this. Wurzel tried to avoid the oil on the landing. Not very successful.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he turns left immediately, which you don't really want to do. He was also bouncing on the car, but he had no choice because otherwise he would have certainly hit the oil like Sting. And Sting got the better luck on that.
I wonder if he could just put all 4 wheels into that oil. I guess he still would have got zapped. Maybe.
And finally, here's Sting slowing down at the exit of the tight section. We already see Erzu's almost 200 meters on another part of the track. But him slowing down here was because this is the end of the tight section. He wanted a bit of advantage on Nick. But what he didn't realize was that Nick was coming with rockets and he could be shooting him.
Yeah, and that zap ends right there anyways. Alright. Into Tetris Festival.
Oh yeah, what? Oh, if Frost is still in the chat, this is what we were wondering about.
What was that? What?
Oh, okay. Looking at it, he was going for the pickup.
Oh yeah, right.
But had no space on that part of the track. It goes up a bit. He didn't intend to go up this much, is my guess.
Yeah. Just like was scared to go back there, or maybe just like a little uneven surface there and just rode it out. Okay, I was like, is that a star up there, like in the mountain? Like you drive over it and it just gives you it? Oh, okay.
And then he goes for the actual star in the bag. And I think that's it for the clips.
Yeah, we did get that. We did get that. Oh, STADVOLT lap 1 on star on turn 2. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the Great Silence. I was like, we did. We did see you miss that. No, that was something else. But yeah, that should be...
I mean, I do wonder if we got that, but... So is this what you were talking about?
Yeah, there it is. Poor Nick. That hit a bunch of people actually. It started with Artsu, who was in second. He went off on the left side, and he just took it. But he actually, in my opinion, that would be like the worst way to take that. But he actually ended up the best from it. And Nick doing the way that I would have done it, which is just to YOLO up it, and did not work out. So sorry to end the replays on that note, but it was quite enjoyable to watch nonetheless. I can show y'all the points right there. We can see these are the overall points in the league. It's going to be G-Force with 92, Frost with 80, R2 76, Kiki 72. Bit of a gap between that. Nick 65, Lampert 63, BGM 62. Bit of a gap after that. And we've got the bottom half. So that's going to be GeForce with 3 session wins, Frost with 2, Famous with 1. I love how we get to see the average positions coming out too. Like R2 has a higher average position than Kiki, but has more total points. Interesting to consider. Same thing with Nick and Lampert. BGM actually even has 4.6 as his average position, but wasn't able to make it today, which is going to cause him to lose a pretty good amount of points. So yeah, unless you have anything else that you'd like to add, I think that we're wrapping it up here.
Yeah, not much more to add. Thank you for joining. Apologies for not getting the same hot seat stream, but glad you joined us here as well.
Yeah, you go ahead.
A small announcement: we might be broadcasting the Revolt Endurance Marathon hosted by Nick on Saturday.
Yeah, I'll be available for that. If you're available for that, then we can commentate it together. So be ready for Saturday. At what time was that?
It should be at 20:15 UTC.
So be ready for that on Saturday if you want to tune into that. Shout out to Kippy. Yeah, I had been informed this stream that unfortunately it conflicts with your work schedule. Gave you a little shout out for being able to make it to at least the races that you did. Unfortunate, but glad you could make it. And yeah, unfortunately, there were some very unexpected issues with the hot seat team. But we had to go with a bit of the backup plan for today. Unfortunately, couldn't have GoTerror, couldn't have our lovely faces on the webcams, and couldn't be on the hot seat _GG stream. But that will all be back to normal by next week. And in the meantime, before then, you'll also have, in addition to the Revolt Endurance Marathon, you'll also have 2 more RVRL Revolt Racing League matches before then. Division 2 on Sunday at 19 UTC, and Division 3 playing the new Playday 7 on Monday at 19 UTC. All of it is going to be on this stream. So shout out to the chatters in here chatting. We had a couple of first-time chatters in here. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for the follows as well. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.